Welcome back, tankers, to the channel. We have Steve for you, the Strv, the Swedish tier 6 premium tank that has come to World of Tanks console. I've bought a tank and drove a few games in it. We're looking at all the statistics here. As you can see, it has an auto-loading gun, 4 shots in the clip. Fairly good gun stats to work with in terms of dispersion and penetration. It's surprisingly good. The one thing I don't like about it is the gun oppression. Here are the stats for your AP and APCR. But as you can see from the gun, it has only -6 gun depression. Rate of fire 10 rounds a minute, that's good. And the reload between shells, well, didn't disappoint me, to be honest. And I think if you want to buy one of the Swedish premiums from the shop today, from the store, I would go for this one. Because yeah, the S-Tank, the tank destroyer, that's a far stranger tank to drive in siege mode. But yeah, I like this one because it's an autoloader, 150 per shot average damage, it's 600 in the clip. Looking at all the statistics at all the equipment I have fitted currently, and this was also the setup I drove Steve in on the game we are going to show you on Malinovka. And this game on Malinovka was actually the second game I decided to drive in Steve. The first one was a top tier game. We were tier 6 at Pilsen. I got myself a nice second class medal, I think. And yet the biggest disadvantage of the tank and the biggest strength of the tank is the fact that it is an autoloader. Because of those 4 shells in the clip at 150 average damage, you can really cripple any tank. You can clip any tier 4 tank you are facing, provided you penetrate all shots. Tier 5 tanks really have to worry about you as well, because you have that capability of burst damage. And even against tier 7s and 8, provided you ban all rounds, you can be a really a big threat. But you can see already from the beginning I was driving in, it's an autoloader. It's got that long reload, about 25 to 30 seconds on the whole clip. But like I said, the reload between shots, that really didn't disappoint me. Aim time is all fairly good. When you look at the reticle shrinking down, it is at maximum, or the smallest level possible, just after I fire the shot, so you can't just keep firing away at it. I think it's half a second later than the reticle is completely shrunk down. And well, that's a good thing, because you then have to wait a bit for taking shots. But you can, if you're fairly close, keep shooting the shots in there. And that helps, in my opinion at least. You can see we're taking a position in Malinovka in the middle. I didn't want to go up because I don't really have the gun depression, and yeah, I have to figure out what to do on the map. I decided to go into the middle. We've already taken up a few spotting positions, spotting ribbons, as you can see. Spotted 1 target, penetrated twice, 2 assistance damage, a critical hit. And we're just sitting out over here because there's only the T-34 spotted. Some big arties on the red team. One of them, 2 of them are in a platoon. There is one of the tanks of the other platoon. The Panther M10 and the Champion, which is the M10 with a different skin. These shots are going through, and this one goes in as well. That's 3 more penetrating shots. We're just gonna sit here, roll back to the back of the hill, trying to get cover, or at least make it hard for any tanks that could shoot me to shoot me. Rolling down a bit more. Don't want to get spotted from the side or from above, because you've seen already from the garage views, and if you would look in armor inspector, you would see that as well. Steve doesn't really have any armor whatsoever. I'm going to bounce a shot miraculously on this match. And it's probably because one of the M10s, the Panther M10s, is using auto aim to shoot me. He bounces on my mantlet. It doesn't even damage my gun. I think that's about the only armor Steve has, but yeah, he bounces on it, so hey ho, no problem, I'm not complaining. You can hear those artillery shells hurling by, sizes of Volkswagen Beetles probably. And I've taken a look at the mini-map. I decided to push a bit forward, not really to push in and be aggressive, but I wanted to get some spotting done up front. That one went straight through, that one bounced, and just before my kill shot hits, the aerial gets whacked by the Geschützwagen Panther. So that's a good thing. Two teams are fairly even in terms of kills done. And I want to go up over here, maybe spot some tanks to the right, not possible, keeping bushes between me and the enemy positions. Because yeah, the RT is probably in the base. The T-3485 is over there, can't really shoot him, but I'm spotted now, and here I'm going to bounce a shot from the right. There we go. Ching. Look at all my mantlets. I think the gun isn't damaged. Turret, the commander is still there. I don't have to use a repair pack or a medical kit, but it's about the only thing of armor you have on the front of your tank. The rest is pretty much paper, although I have bounced one shot from a VK3601H on my tracks. I doubt he had the derp gun. I think he had then the Waffer mounted, but yeah, if you wiggle it around you can bounce a few shots. In terms of mobility, it's far less than the Cromwell. Far less than the Cromwell. It's also less, in my opinion, than Fury. But it drives a bit like, well, a stock medium, I think. It isn't the quickest to pick up. It has the looks and feel of a light tank, especially with the turret on top. But it's a bit sluggish. There's artillery flying past, so that's why I keep moving, and I'm turning on a spot. Don't make it too easy for Artie to hit you. But then we get lucky, because on our left side pops up a nice Japanese heavy tank, tier 7 only, in open ground, so we can put a shot in and another one in, and hopefully track him. We do hit him, but don't track him in place. But you can see spotting damage is rolling in thick and fast over here, and it's all on top tier tanks, so it's giving me some nice experience. Some more spotting targets hit, we can put one more shot in. There we go. Just before he gets whacked by the Crusader self-propelled gun. And I'm ready to fire. Got 3 shots in the clip, 3 shells left. Bit unfortunate that it doesn't say so, ready to fire, 3 shells left. But we've got 3 shells left, and I can see one of our memes is pushing in pretty quick as well. There's that Hellcat again. I miss the first shot, I hit the second one, there we go. And he's now behind a ridge, and I was hoping for that one to go in, pre-aiming him. But yeah, have to move away now, roll away. And I've seen on the map that there is a tank over there, a heavy tank. I think that's the M6. Yes, it is. So we're rolling in. I've met that guy, what is it, Dave _ Ocelot 9. I think I've met you about 4 times in a row while I was driving Steve. You were in M6s, so sorry about that. I'm swapping to skill rounds over here. Because I really want to penetrate those shots. I haven't got an idea on how I will end up against the M6, and I can't aim for weak spots now, so I want to make sure I do as much damage as possible. Nice, lovely little blind finish, thank you very much. And this is one of the good things of an autoloader. Get your 4 shots off, get them all in over there, do about 600 average damage per clip. And it's all well and good. Now we can drive back, try and start farming on any artillery left. But again, the teams are fairly even. Well, they are even, 10 on 10. So in that regard, 7.5 minutes to go. That's no problem there in terms of time. But we do have to roll forward a bit. We are 1 tank in the lead now. There's still one of those M10s left. Haven't seen them in a while. One of the red arties goes down thanks to the Crusader self-propelled gun. But they still have 2 artillery left. Skoda is rolling in, balls deep. He's going to get whacked, and after this it becomes a bit of a boring match, really. I mean, it's just driving around now. There we go. Can we shoot him? Yes, once. That one goes straight through. This one is going to miss. I don't know where he is. He's behind the ridge probably. But the Hummel goes down thanks to the Skoda T25, and then the Geschützwagen Panther whacks our Skoda T25. So here we go. Just quick, because it's driving around. Then the Panther gets spotted behind our spawn. He gets killed by the Stück 3, and yeah. It isn't really interesting gameplay, so I might as well speed it up. And I could have sped it up even more, I think. Because it's really stupid stuff, this. I mean, yeah. By now I was already thinking, where the hell is it? Tank? But there he is. We spot him. He hadn't been spotted before. I dunked this shot stupidly into the ground. Aim a bit better now. 1 penetration. 2 penetrations. And can we kill him? No, we can't. We shoot his track, but we do get some more assistance damage. Thank you very much. Lovely jubbly. 19 penetrating hits, nice amount of assistance ribbons as well. So I was thinking, oh, nice. It was a lovely little game. Got myself a high caliber and a Mars 3. Didn't see that one coming, didn't really expect it, but it's an ace game in Strv, so yeah, is it worth the money? It's pixel tanks. Not sad, I think. But if you're looking for a nice tier 6 medium tank that has some lovely stuff going to it in terms of gameplay, I think this one is worth the money. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Tankers of Console Universe for now. I catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking.